Hello everyone, our today's topic is about classroom management. Before we start, I have two questions. Is teaching an art or a science? And are teachers born or made? Please think about these questions by yourself and write the answers on the WhatsApp group right after you finish watching the video. These are the topics that we are dealing with classroom management. First, physical environment of the classroom, your voice and body language, and dealing with behavior problem. There are three factors that affect the physical environment of the classroom. First, sight, sound, and comfort. Second, seating arrangement. And third, visual aid. Students are affected by what they see, hear, and feel when they enter the classroom. If you have the power to control these following items, it will be worth your time to do so. The factors are: first, the classroom is neat, clean, and orderly in appearance. Boards are erased. Chairs are appropriately arranged, free from external noises as possible, and the air flows appropriately. I know that we may not have control over these items, but if these factors can be controlled, don't pass up the opportunity to make your classroom as physically comfortable as possible. I was taught in a school lace in the main street, in which that we are distracted by the sound of baja in for almost every hours, and it was totally uncomfortable. And next about the seating arrangement. The typical classroom setting in Indonesia is the traditional one, in which desks are all lined up in columns so every student faces the front wall of the room. This kind of seating arrangements make you as the teacher becomes the source of the knowledge. You control all the activity of the students. If it is possible, try to create the new seating layout and you will feel the different ambience in the classroom. Next is visual aid. These are some tips on board use. First, divide the board into columns. Second, write the appropriate size of the letters. Third, write in the order from left to right. And the last, use pictures if it is necessary. Next is about the voice. One of the first requirements of good teaching is good voice projection. You do not need to have a loud, booming voice, but you need to be heard by all the students in the room. When you talk, project your voice so that the person sitting the farthest away from you can hear you clearly. Second, use proper articulation. As you speak, articulate clearly. Remember, your students are just learning English and they need every advantage they can get. The third, check your pronunciation. You should always remember that pronunciation is considered as one of the aspects of the language. So it is important for you to give them a good example of how to pronounce every word correctly. For the beginner level of the students, you should slow down your normal rate as they need time to process all the words heard from you. Next is about the body language. These are factors that you need to consider about your body language. First, perform a good confidence. Second, your face should reflect optimism, brightness, and warmth. Third, use facial and hand gestures to enhance meanings of words and sentences. And then make frequent eye contact with your students and do not bury yourself in your notes and plans. Move around the classroom but not to distract. And the last but not least, dress appropriately. Next, we deal with problem behavior and what to do about it. There are many reasons for problem behavior. It can stem from a student's reaction to their teacher's behavior, from other factors inside the classroom, or from outside factors such as family, education, self-esteem, boredom, external factors, and what the teacher does. How can we prevent problem behavior? First and the most important is by creating a code of conduct. An effective way of establishing a code of conduct is to include the students' own opinions in the code. This will frequently be as responsible and forthright as anything a teacher might come up with. Then, when students are disruptive or uncooperative, they can be referred to the code of conduct and expected to abide by rules and norms which they themselves agreed to. And the next, how to react to problem behavior. First, we need to act immediately and focus on the behavior, not the pupil or the students. And then take things forward and reprimand in private. Keep calm, and if you need, use colleagues and the institutions. Next, we talk about the use of mother tongue in the classroom. Attitudes to the use of the student's mother tongue have undergone a significant change. Therefore, it makes sense for us to speak English as much as possible in the class. However, there are times, especially at lower levels, where the use of first language may help both teacher and students, such as in an explanation or discussion of methodology, or the giving of announcement, which would be impossibly difficult in English. And there are a number of actions which teachers can take to promote the use of English and explain clearly what is expected to the students. First, set clear guidelines, and then choose appropriate tasks. Third, create an English atmosphere, and the last, use persuasion and other adjustment. After all, classroom management is not tips and tricks, but it is how we relate, speak, encourage, guide, and care of our students. Thank you for watching. See you.